G is actually besties with one of my clients' girlfriends. And I literally looked at her and I thought,
bestie. Those words were put in my mouth.
We booked this hotel because our flight got cancelled. We were at the gate, our flight got cancelled. We thought,
honestly,
no problem.
Tears in my eyes just thinking about it, really, tears in my eyes.
We'll just book a hotel, down the road and we'll go get a couple of hours sleep.
Bearing in mind, we'd probably been travelling for 24 hours at this point.
Sometimes siblings go to the same therapist because they already have the context on their parents and you need to explain.
Oh my God. Imagine turning up for your first therapy session and being like, as you know. Hey, so as you know.
As you know.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Hello! You reached Leave a Message with me, Ali.
And me, G.
This is a podcast where we help the galleys in need.
Whether you've just discovered what ube is.
Or your boyfriend brought up a threesome, like he was asking to split the bill. I like that. That's a good line, script line. Good. This is the podcast for you.
Hello. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. And you honestly might be, wondering how we're doing this. Because we're hustlers.
Amen. It's because we don't sleep. That's why.
Isn't it?
You may hear by my voice. I actually had quite a big weekend, but then I thought yesterday, hair of the dog. But
I think hair of the dog is categorical bullshit. I think that is marketing by alcoholics.
Well, I think my dog was too hairy. I think if you go in
I think hair of the dog is meant to be like a Bloody Mary.
Exactly.
Not a fucking cherry margarita.
3 of them and then 2 glasses of white wine.
Did you have the wine? That's where you went wrong.
I had the wine.
The wine was where you went wrong.
I was a bit excited, sat next to the only single man at dinner. I thought, come on then. Come on. Let's get loose.
Right, so we've been on our jolts. We've had a lovely time away. Alas, here we are. To be honest, party don't stop here.
No.
We got a lot of things coming up in September. We've got holidays
I think
to pack for.
Guys, I have no storage in my flat. You don't have any storage in your flat.
My flat does make me want to just stick pins in my eyeballs.
Fine.
Because I got home yesterday thinking, when you
Have you unpacked?
No, cool. With what? When? I slept till 1 yesterday. When you come back as well from a hotel where I like my shit to be organised. My flat is a disservice to me.
That's
I am
true.
actually quite like type A in that I like my things categorised and organised.
But if you go to Al's house, okay, your bedroom is your bedroom is
because I haven't got the space for it.
Yeah.
So when you go from somewhere where on holiday where you got space and you can do that, and then you come home and you think, oh my God, this is the most overstimulating thing of all time. That's bad.
It's bad. Well, we have no storage. I have no storage. And my suitcase is what are those things called? Russian dolls. My suitcase is Russian dolled within other suitcases.
Yes.
I've got 4 suitcases in one, all up in my wardrobe. And I literally looked last night and I thought, I'm going to have to take that suitcase down again. I've honestly just stored it away.
No, I'm not even going to put mine away.
For my mental health.
I'm not going to put mine away.
I had to. You're going to leave it out till the first week of September? Second week of September?
Yeah, babe.
Is it?
Yeah, babe.
See, that fills me with dread.
Because I think for me, some of the issues that I have with packing is the actual opening of the.
I know. Well,
I
I was looking at it and I was like, I am going to pack on Friday. I haven't even got a dress yet. I'm going to a wedding, guys.
This is what happened. This has happened to me every wedding. You know about it years in advance.
Years in advance.
And then the 2 days before you think, what the fuck will I wear? I've got absolutely nothing to wear.
Also, guys, shout out By Rotation. I love By Rotation so much and I saved so many good dresses, but then I was being so avoidant for no reason whatsoever.
You've got to plan that shit 3 weeks, 4 weeks in advance.
They're all rented out. Why is everyone getting married this weekend? Bank holiday weekend.
Because it's bank holiday weekend. Obviously.
It's selfish to get married on a bank holiday.
I agree to an extent, because if you have a lit wedding and all your friends are, it's the tits.
Also, it's actually amazing. I do take that back because also for normal people, they don't have to take holiday on a Monday and that is amazing.
True.
So fair play. But anyway, so now I've basically ordered 55 dresses, one of which is honestly I've had to remortgage, a house for, which I'm hoping that if I love it, I'm going to rent out on By Rotation and make my money back.
But what about the Topshop one? You've just sacked that off.
It's coming. I've not tried it. I ordered the Amy Lynn. The Amy Lynn is a size too big. I'm thinking, can I get it altered? I'm talking to this guy on Hinge that is a seamstress. So I'm like, maybe seamster? Seamer? Oh, what's the male version of seamstress?
I would call that a tailor.
A tailor. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to this guy that's a Taylor Swift. So maybe I could go on a date with him, have a little fitting in.
This is why she should not be left to her own devices on Hinge.
No, my dating life at the moment is a mess because You have been selfish. You've been away. And that is selfish.
No, I know that. I do know that.
You've been on holiday and you have not been doing your job.
I told you to let me download that fucking app on my phone. I could have been sat by the pool with my boyfriend
Can
next to
you do
me
that?
doing your Hinge.
Can you do that, boyfriend?
What?
Fiance. Don't call him that.
Okay.
It's a disservice to him and the rock on your finger. I don't like it when you do that. It's disrespectful to the love of your life and mine.
Okay, either way.
Your fiance.
My fiance could have been sat next to me
I know.
when I was doing your Hinge.
Okay, well, let's figure that out.
Well, the other day as well, Izzy, I need to tell you this. I went to this guys, I had an absolute nightmare. And to be honest, can I tell you, we went through such a deeply traumatic travel experience, the two of us last year, that nothing will ever, genuinely, I'm not phased. This is why I always say, people who don't suffer in life, they have no resilience.
They have no chest. They have no heart.
They don't know how to rise. They don't know how to get up and go. They don't know how to, keep going when the going gets tough.
They fail in the face of adversity. Of course they do.
Of course they do.
Of course they do. They freeze.
We had this one night. I won't, go into too many details, but we had this one night on our way to Surfers Paradise in Australia, where we slept on the hotel on a sofa in an Ibis hotel restaurant from probably 1 till 4 in the morning with a cockroach just moving around us, and the right. We booked this hotel because our flight got cancelled. We were at the gate, our flight got cancelled. We thought, honestly, no problem.
Tears in my eyes just thinking about it, really.
No problem. Honestly, no problem. We'll just book a hotel, down the road, and we'll go get a couple of hours sleep.
Bearing in mind, we'd probably been travelling for 24 hours at this point. My eye was twitching. It was not good.
So we go to this Ibis. We think, brilliant. We'll have a shower. We'll have a couple of hours sleep.
The fact that you picked up all our cases, do you remember that?
Yes.
I got in the queue to rebook a flight, and Al got every single case we had, which was
a lot.
Because we were also, mugged by whatever airline we were flying with.
We were bent over and actually fucked up the arse.
We were. It was like 30 quid a kilogram or something stupid. Yeah. We basically paid for an extra flight via the weight in our suitcases.
We won't defame them, but if you want to know, just honestly go back and see who we tagged. Anyway, we get to this Ibis and we're thinking, great, we're going to have a shower, we're going to have a sleep.
We booked the room, by the way. We didn't just we weren't like Mary and Joseph, do you have a room on the floor?
We paid for the room.
Yeah.
We get to the hotel front desk. It was probably 1 a.m. and they went, I'm ever so sorry, we've got a booking system. We don't have any more rooms. And we were like, right, are you sure? And they were like, yeah, we literally...
And we were like, this is the booking. They were like...
They showed us their screen. They were like, got no more rooms. No room in the inn.
Literally, get in the stable. That is what it was.
That was it.
Sleep with the donkey.
So that's exactly what we did. They said, you can sleep in our restaurant on our restaurant sofa, but we can't turn the music off. When I say, guys, this music was so loud all night, 3 hours. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. Anyway.
And I thought the rain has not gone. The rain is pouring. Hey, can I say something that you're not going to like? I feel like you might be jinxed.
I think I've done it now. I've had 3 this year. Mexico.
I think you've had 4.
I've had Mexico.
No, you had that flight cancelled before that wedding.
Como. And now this.
Australia. That's 4. I think it started then. I think you are the common denominator and no one should travel with you. You should fly alone.
Australia was last year. Maybe that was a glitch in the Matrix.
Fine,
this year,
okay.
if I have a problem this weekend, then it's me.
Yeah, okay.
If I have an issue on Thursday, it's definitely
me. If it's anything more than an hour delay, it's me. Because it's been quite severe.
I need to pay an Etsy witch then because I don't want this hex on me.
It's
Someone's
a bad
got my
hex.
voodoo doll. I don't know what they're doing.
I actually feel like you probably are the kind of like focal point of a lot of hexing.
Oh, I'm sure.
I can kind of see that for you.
I'm sure.
I reckon there's a lot of girls out there hexing you.
Anyway, the point is, go through some hard shit because when you actually then, suffer something again...
No biggie.
You won't touch the sides. I got to my gate on... What day was that? Thursday.
As if.
Thursday.
That's crazy.
Also, bear in mind, we'd already been told, because we had to stop in Bahamas, so we got told that we were going to have to wait in Bahamas a day. My mum had booked a hotel and transport and everything. We got to the gate.
Type A Queen?
Yeah. and cancelled. So then we thought, great, well, that's fine. We'll just go back to the villa, you know, no probs. Then
Thank God.
thank
Imagine
God.
they had like a party of 10 in.
Thank God.
You'd have been like, guys, can we stay with you?
Thank God.
Oh.
Anyway, then my mum and James got rebooked on a flight. The next BA flight was on Sunday. We couldn't get on that. So then the only options were fly home next Thursday, which obviously not an option, or fly through America. But to fly through America, you have to get an American visa. And everyone says if you can avoid it, don't do it because it's fucking...
That's such a stupid system. I'm passing through.
Do you know for a layover, so you get off the plane, you have to take your bag, they have to recheck your bag, and then you have to go through customs and passport security just to get through the next flight.
I would have actually passed away. I'd have simply just killed over and died. I hate difficult things for the sake of it. That is my pet peeve.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when someone makes something difficult for the sake of it, like
the US government.
Even airlines in general. Why are you making me snake like this? It's like when there's no one there, you're making it difficult for me.
The fucking barrier! Oh my God.
Hate it.
Oh my God.
Hate it.
Yes.
Hate it.
Hate
I
it.
hate it.
And also the thing in America is that I spent probably 4 hours in Charlotte, North Carolina. Don't know, I'll be rushing back there. They're scary because they walk around with like guns and stuff. So like there was one woman that like tried to not do the steak and he was like, get back in the line. And she obviously ran. And like obviously you do because they've got guns and you're like so terrified.
I'll tell you what, I am fighting my way through John Steinbeck at the moment.
What's that?
That book, East of Eden, that's being turned into a Netflix adaptation.
Why are you reading that?
I'm clawing my way through, my God. But that's a lot of...
But why are you reading that? For fun?
Well, no, because it's coming out as a Netflix.
See.
So I was thinking, Also, sometimes I like to read the classics.
Is
Challenge
it a film?
myself. It's going to be a film. I've got no brain cells
Push
left.
the boat out, yeah.
Hey.
Did you read any books on holiday?
Yeah, loads of books.
Any good books you want to share with the group? How was your holiday? You didn't even speak about it.
How was yours? You didn't even speak.
I told you, I had a horrible flight, and then other than that, I had the most relaxing 2 weeks ever, and I can't recommend it enough. And if you think you can put yourself through the torture that is travelling there, go to Turks and Caicos.
Fair.
And do you know what's so fascinating about Turks and Caicos? I only know about Turks and Caicos, obviously, because of Kylie Jenner. Obviously.
I did not know about Turks and Caicos.
Right.
When you said we're going to Turks and Caicos, I was like, oh, where is that?
Exactly. That's why it's a good place to go, because there aren't that many Brits there.
No one knows.
No one knows.
We didn't have very, very many Brits in Mallorca, which I thought was weird. I thought that's where all the Brits went.
What? Really?
Yeah. I think it's where we were staying. We were a bit like in the sticks.
Yeah, okay. Because I think there are loads of Brits in Mallorca.
Yeah, and like Palma de Mallorca. Everyone loves to go to Palma.
But the guy, we went to this restaurant one night and he was like, this is what Cancun was like before everyone found out about it. So he was like, thank God you came now because in 15 years it will be it will be so busy. It will be like St. Bart's.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I've always said this. I don't love the like really like Saint-Tropez and St. Barth, like all those places that are like trendy and glam are not for me.
I've never been to any of those places. I don't like long haul flights, to be honest, like unless absolutely necessary.
I love long haul flights. I love long haul flights.
That's a bizarre thing to love. That's a pick-me thing to love.
It's not, because I spent all my childhood flying back and forth from Singapore, like literally.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you love it.
No, but as in like it doesn't really like affect me. Like I don't really think about it.
Yeah.
I get on there thinking, God, I've got all this time to watch all these films.
You see, I just think it's so dull up there in the sky.
It is dull.
It's dull, nothing to do.
Watch films.
It's because Al sleeps. That's why she loves it.
Yeah,
because you just fall asleep.
I watched the Michael Jackson movie. You know Jafar, you know the one that came out like earlier this year?
Oh yeah, was it good?
Well, it's, to be honest, the guy that plays it is actually his actual nephew, Jafar Jackson. Is Jermaine Jackson's son, plays Michael. He is like spooky. He is Michael Jackson.
Wow.
It's weird. I mean, the actual plot line is a piece of shite.
Well, is it not his life?
No, it's not. It's about like, because there are all these court orders about how much they basically can't talk about like all the allegations again. There was no reference. It's about his early life basically, but Jafar, it's weird. He is Michael Jackson. Like when they were doing the Thriller music video, I thought, this is, you are Michael. It's weird.
Wow, that must be weird for the family to watch.
Like even his voice is yeah.
So I also went away, but I only went for 5 nights, as I have learned is my max with my parents. And I think we would all agree that that's a really nice time for us all to come home friends. And we just had we had a really nice time. We went to Mallorca. We Guys, this is actually crazy. So we went to this beach club. Like, because basically my dad, if you don't know, is
105.
yeah, he's in his 80s. So I was like, slay, let's go to Puro Beach. Like, he'll love that. Like, yeah, because technically when you actually think of a beach club, like Wayne Lineker's 105 too. He's always at a beach.
But Wayne Lineker is a party boy. I don't see Martin Reed fucking popping his hip out every weekend.
My dad is the party starter. But my dad is like, he can party hard.
I read that. Basically.
Anyway, it's not Ocean Beach. I'm not asking my dad to get on a fucking podium.
Fair.
It's just like beach beds and food. I was like, slay, nicer than being on the beach. Anyway, so we go to this like really nice like beach club, set up. My dad's like just sleeping. Anyway, God bless. He sits up and he goes, God, I don't feel well. And then he projectile vomits. And we're in this beach club with like, we had this group of like Irish girls next to us that were like having the time of their life. Like, I don't know, it was like a 30th or something. We had this bougie couple doing shisha next to us. And my poor dad was just being sick into a towel because he had like food poisoning or heat stroke or something. God bless. It was so bad. Anyway, but then we just like stayed the whole day. He just slept and me and my mum got so drunk because we had a minimum spend. So we had to spend all of this money on like food and drink. And me and my mum must have looked like such cows because we just left my dad on the sun lounger like recovering from his like bout of food poisoning, and we just like,
oh listen, you know, every man for themselves.
Do you know what I mean? When there's a minimum spend, then at the end of the thing we still hadn't hit the minimum spend. The guy on the like front desk was like, come to the shop. So I had to go to the shop and like buy loads of like
shut up
bits.
What did you buy? Anything good?
I bought a t-shirt. I can't.
That is funny.
Yeah. And I was like, that's actually
like merch.
So it was merch. I got to buy merch. And I was like, they never do that. That was so nice.
That's good. Yes. Agree.
Really, really nice. But yeah, we had the best time. And then I came home and obviously Al was still away. So then I kind of had a holiday in London.
You left a day before me. So your holiday was always done by the time I fucking got there.
I know. Yeah. But then it was nice because there was a heat wave.
True.
So I fully like wasn't working and was just like lying in Battersea Park like every day. I like literally, I would hate to be my bank account. I spent so much, I just couldn't stop shopping.
I've had that this summer.
I just
don't know what is wrong with me. I want to buy everything.
Yeah,
there's a South Street sale.
Oh, I can't go there.
And I will go there.
It's really dangerous for me.
I will go there because we've got holidays to go on.
It's really bad.
Do you know what I mean? We could die next week.
Yeah.
All that money is just going to sit there.
I basically, guys, just got a credit card and it's really bad vibes for me. I literally am spending like, it's a well of fortune.
Yeah.
And it's my money, I keep forgetting.
It is your money, but the good thing about a credit card is that because when you spend, like you're always on your next month.
Yeah, it's delayed.
It's delayed. So like when you pay off your statement, you're not actually paying off fully what you spent this month because it's like some hungover from less. Anyway, it's a nicer way of spending. Basically.
Yeah, but it's easier to spend, I would say.
Of course.
Because like you look at your bank balance, it's like the same.
Yeah, I know.
But you've literally got all these clothes in your wardrobe.
I know.
Consumerism, it's perfect.
Sorry, I just want to pick up on what we started talking about when the camera started rolling, that we had to cut short to, you know, intro this episode. But basically, my mum was being so funny. She was asking me all these questions about me and G. It's really a long story. Anyway.
That makes it sound really bad.
No.
It's a really long story.
No, she was asking me like, because I think I think we have a very unique relationship and I think that we work in quite a unique way and it's not for everyone. You know, we're very codependent and we share everything.
Not everyone's cup of tea, I suppose.
Right. Anyway, she was asking me about that and about our relationship and la la la. And then she said, do you think that you and G have such a good relationship because she always agrees with you? And I said, I don't fucking understand where everyone's got this idea. Last year when we went on holiday, right, we went around the table and we had to use one word to describe everyone around the table. My sister's one word for G was agreeable. And I literally looked at her and I thought, you and I know two different people. How have you just said agreeable?
No, the only thing I will say, I agree, I'm not agreeable. And I think we like mostly... No, not mostly. 50% of the time would have different opinions on things.
Yeah, and I think
But 50% of the time I think we have the same. But I do think if you were like, I want noodles and I was like, I want a burger, we'd have noodles.
But I think...
And that is true.
On the things that you care about a lot, I would like give in to you and vice versa. I think we care to ride for the things differently.
Yes.
So then usually one of us wins.
Yeah.
I think it's very rare that we have opposite opinions on things that we're both like deeply concerned about.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just thought...
I am pretty agreeable.
I think most people would say that about... I personally don't think that.
But it's only because you work with me.
That's what I mean.
Can't be agreeable at work.
Of course.
Because I got things to say.
Nor should you be. But
in life, I'm pretty agreeable.
I reckon you could carry over some of that to your actual life. Like the other night, oh, fuck me. The other night, she went out, she was feeling so sick. She needed to go to the loo for a chant. Don't be embarrassed. Come on.
Oh, it was so bad, guys.
Anyway, this fucking girl.
I thought I was going to really be sick, and I haven't been sick from booze in a long time. I came up off a cigarette. It was wild.
No, that is hell, because there's nowhere to get rid of that.
I was literally like, oh, I'm leaving the earth, and I've had a Vogue. Like, that's not right. Like, I mean, I had a lot of tequila. Like a lot.
I had that at the Brits when we were standing outside with Clover. I was like, and then I went to the loo with Hanny, and I was like, I am going to be, and I was.
That was what happened. So I was like, I'm going to be violently sick. But I was talking to this stranger, this girl. And anyway, so I go, right, and I was like to her, I was trying to mask still. I don't even know this fucking girl. There was no need. But I was like, She was telling me the story, and about this friend that she like has a situationship, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I think we should go inside. And she was like, yeah, I'll come with you. And I was like, I think I need a wee. Like walking, retching as I walk, like genuinely so like sick, coming up to my sternum. I go to the bathroom. And I had hacked earlier that there was like an inclusive toilet that was like gender neutral that was empty because it didn't look like it was open. So I went to walk in there and she was like, I'll come in with you. So then she comes in with me. This girl I don't know.
Said, I'm so sorry, you can't come in with me.
So then I'm about to be sick, but I'm like, I cannot chunder in front of this girl I don't know. So then I just sit on the toilet, have a wee with this girl who's still yapping my ear off about her situationship, deeply trying to swallow my vomit. Anyway,
this
it works.
Is why
I wasn't
people
sick.
think you're agreeable.
And that was pretty agreeable of me, I'd say.
I reckon you could do with less agreeable.
Come on in. Who else wants to come in? You know what I mean? Anyway, that is quite enough for the start of this episode. So please join us in part 2 for your galley messages. Okay, galleys, welcome back.
Okay, what will we call the galleys this week? Well...
I can't remember that girl's name. I met so many galleys on Saturday when I was... Woo! Can't remember any of their names. Okay, let's hear our first voice note.
Normally Izzy would do this, but, you know, Izzy has an agenda, a diary of her own, apparently.
Sorry, guys. Also, side note, new pens, slay.
And I don't know if anyone noticed this, but this says leave a message now, these muffs.
Has anyone seen our muffs? You like my muff?
And anyway, now I have to play this for myself.
Hi, Ali and you. I love the pod. Just wanted to send you a crazy thing that happened to me a couple of years ago when I was 24. Basically, when I was 24, I dated this police officer, met him on Hinge. It was all very exciting. Anyways, it was like a situationship. I ended up ending it because he couldn't commit. A couple of months down the line after I ended things, I ended up going to therapy because my mind was just so messed up from this guy and from my work and all of that. And this therapist, she was a local therapist and she specialized in OCD. And so I go to her and she asked me for a timeline of my life, the good, the bad, and all that. Anyway, to go through the timeline, we end up talking about this guy. And she says to me, hold up, I'm going to have to stop you right there. This sounds really familiar.
No.
Then she starts to tell me that she thinks one of her clients dated him. And this therapist knows so much about this guy, like, you know, what he looks like, where he works, his penis size.
She dated him.
And she actually ends up also pulling out like her former client's files.
No!
To show me screenshots of texts that she had of his and hers. Safe to say, I didn't go to this therapist after. I also found out that this therapist wasn't actually qualified. And I also found out that she was a relative of a good friend of mine. So yeah, crazy stuff. But I moved on now, happy, got a new boyfriend, got a new job. So, you know, life moves on.
Wow, that is conflict of interest.
Can I just say?
Yes.
I know that I don't mean to defame, you know, the therapist community, but
hashtag not all therapists.
In this country, it's too easy to call yourself a therapist if you're not a therapist. You have to like really do your research because look what's happened here.
Well, also there's many different types of therapists, is what I understand.
No, but the counsellors are not therapists. Counsellor is not therapist.
Exactly, but then she's obviously branding herself as a therapist. That is fraud.
That's fraud.
That's fraud. You should be done for fraud.
I would call that fraud.
I think that's fraud. That is so bad. Like, also, it's one thing to say, I'm clocking this. So maybe I can't work with you because it's a conflict of interest, I'm guessing.
Is it though? If it's a third party, not really. Like, just don't say that you know that your other. Just no need to say.
But then I guess that like is that the whole thing of like a therapist? Is there kind of like a transparency thing that is important? I don't know.
I think that they can like objectively therapize you without needing to say.
But can they? Because they've got context on that other person. I don't actually know the rules.
True, I
and
don't
regs,
know.
but like how close is like too many like degrees of separation? Because if that's someone A, she had dated, or B, her best friend had dated, like that's blurring your.
Okay, if your best friend dated him, but if your client dated him and you don't know him, I don't think that is. I mean, I don't know the rules and regs.
I don't know the rules, because also imagine if your client dated him and you've worked with that client for like 3 years and you have your own like understand. I don't know. It's not good.
Sometimes siblings go to the same. I don't actually think that they should, but sometimes siblings go to the same therapist because they already have the context on their parents and you need to explain.
Oh my God. Imagine turning up for your first therapy session and being like, as you know. Hey, so as you know.
As you know.
Well, you know.
Yeah. That's basically it.
The thing is, this is what I have about therapy a little bit, because sometimes I think, and maybe this doesn't matter, I'm actually way too hungover to finish this thought, but I always think with therapy, it's like, because you can go and you can create the narrative within your therapy session. Like, it's your retelling of your own story. And maybe that's the point. But actually, maybe therapy would actually be more beneficial if it was someone who actually had the like timeline and the narrative of your story, like objectively or from different angles, but they actually knew it. Like, imagine if they'd been able to like watch a feature film on your life, like an objective like doc. You know, a BBC doc, a neutral party doc, then they would have like context, and then the way that you tell your story would either fit or not, and that would actually help with them being able to therapize you better.
But I guess maybe the point of therapy is not to have the facts. It's to work through how you experience that.
Actually, the whole point is that your story matters.
Reality. Yeah.
Like if you feel like X happened and X meant X, that's actually impacting you. Yeah. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And like your therapist being like, no, he didn't.
Guys, I have to tell you this thing about my ex-therapist. That I saw him for like over 3 years. I was a lot of, deep work actually.
We really got in the weeds of it all.
In the weeds. And I got lost along the wayside, to be honest, for a little while there. But the thing I really struggled with, and I know I will not be the only one, is that they know everything about your life so intimately and genuinely you don't even know their fucking partner's name. You don't know anything about them. And I remember this one day, this was like 2.5 years in, and I remember this one day, he always wore long sleeves, and I remember this one day it was really warm, and he was wearing like a looser long sleeve, and he lifted his arm up, and I could see down his arm, the whole thing was tattooed on. I literally had an identity crisis, because I was like, oh wait, I am being therapized by like a member of like the biker gang or whatever. And I thought, oh my God, you're not who I thought you were.
You didn't know.
It's
like
know.
Love is Blind.
I thought you were a doctor.
Yeah.
I thought you mental health professional. And
mental health professionals can have tattoos.
No, not that they can't have tattoos. It's just in my mind, that's not who you are.
Yeah, like you'd imagined that he was like squeaky clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go home, you pray every night. Like you're just, when you see something about someone and you think,
well, I remember my therapist when I first started. Sorry, we should say we're talking about therapy as if it's like really like, normal. We understand that not everyone can afford to go to a therapist, but if you can, it's a great experience.
Agree.
I don't know what to tell you. It's brilliant. But I remember in the beginning, my therapist gave me this like, this contract that I had to sign. And in it, I could basically decide how I wanted to approach the situation if we ever saw each other outside of therapy.
That was in writing?
Yes. So like I could say, I don't want you to say hello to me, and I don't want to say hello to you.
What did you say?
I think I said I wanted to like acknowledge your existence as a person, but not like engage in conversation, because they were sort of the options.
Wow.
Or like actually talk and be like, hey, how are you? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because like, so then because imagine like therapists like party hard too. Imagine you see your therapist 3 a.m.
I know.
In Dalston.
I would have to just, terminate services.
It would be this. I see you, sis, and I like you more now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. But then you wouldn't be able to look her in the eye the next day, would you?
Guys, you need to, if you don't go to therapy, honestly, search in TikTok, there are all these people that are like, drop into the comments the best piece of advice your therapist ever gave you.
Oh yeah, so you can just take what you want from there.
Take what you want.
Yeah, I like that.
One of the things that I read that really stuck with me was that your feelings are not facts.
Amen.
Don't ever forget that.
Okay, now it's time for an email. I'm sorry about my husky voice when I read this to you.
Do you want me to read?
No, I think I can do it. Maybe people like it.
I think people do like it.
The lower register. Hi, galleys. I am in urgent need of advice. Babe, this one's for you.
Come on.
Are you concentrating?
I'm concentrating. I'm getting married. I know what she's going to say.
I'm getting married in December, and one of my bridesmaids has just texted me saying she doesn't think she can come to the hen, which is in less than a month.
Even better. Perfect.
That is not going to be this girl's reaction. And that she's struggling financially. She also said, I really want to make it to the wedding, but things are really tight right now. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Neither the wedding nor the hen require flights, and I know my bridesmaids are all budget conscious. We're not going crazy for the hen. I've already offered to pay for their dresses and accessories, but she's still on the hook for the hotel, hair, and the hen do itself. I don't know what to say to her. Being a bridesmaid is a commitment, and I really want her to be there for all the things, but I can't afford to cover her as well. Please help. Love you, girls.
Oh, that's tricky.
Oh, I don't like money chat. Makes me uncomfortable. Deeply, deeply. It's really hard because what are you to do? Like,
I know.
You can't
pay for her.
You can't pay for her. I don't know if you have the ability to do this, but you could do a kind of payment plan situation. Like, if you really want her there and she really can't come, could you...
That's actually a good idea.
Cover it. And it's Klarna. And she is going to pay you back. And, you know, especially if she's a good friend, like she's your bridesmaid, so you trust her, you know, you're going to get that money back eventually. But then I think that also is quite like an awkward thing to offer.
I agree.
Exactly. And it doesn't feel like, especially for the hen do, it doesn't feel entirely necessary to me. Like, if someone really can't afford to go and they're gutted about that, I kind of think that they could forego the hen, and that's not the end of the world.
I was going to say the same. I think it's sad, but if that's like needs be, then yeah.
Especially if her not coming to the hen then enables her to come to the wedding.
I agree.
It's really tricky. I don't know if there's ways that you can like help her like make the wedding less expensive, for example, like knowing people that are also going that can give her a lift, or like if she's single, like a friend that she could share a room with so that then the cost is less, or like all of those kind of things that you could help her with. But at the end of the day, if she doesn't have the money, she doesn't have the money. It's really hard
because it's like, I don't know how far in advance you book these things, but at the time that you book it, I reckon you can guess if you can afford something. Even if it was in a year, you might be able to like forward plan and be like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to afford that. I'm just going to say no now.
Well, also you have to like prioritize that, because it is a lot of the time it is about where you're spending your money.
Yeah.
Like if it was your wedding and I knew that it was going to cost me a lot, I might forgo my South Street sale for 6 months and put that money somewhere so that I knew it's not going to be a real like tight pinch, because you also want to be able to enjoy it. And if you're there thinking, oh my God, this has cost me X, Y, Z, then you actually are better off not going, in my opinion.
100%.
And like you can grieve that, and that's really sad that she won't be there on your hen, but it is much better that she's not there than there and like kind of begrudging the fact that she's had to spend a lot of money to be there.
I agree.
If she doesn't have that money that's free. I think this happens a lot as well at this time. Like weddings are a whole different ballgame, but just in general, I think are like, I don't know how old you are, but I think when you get to your late 20s, there can be quite a kind of disparity between what people are earning and how much disposable income everyone has. And it's really hard because your hen do is only fun if you're with the people you love. Like, do you know what I mean? Whether it costs like £5 million or £5, like it's more fun being with the people that you love. So then that's really difficult.
But it's really hard because it does really sound like you've really made an effort. Because I think when you're
like
in that disparity, the only thing that you can do is cater for people. Like you don't need to cater for the people who've got the money. Cater for the people who don't have the money.
Exactly.
And if you have done that, then there's really not much more you can do, sadly.
Yeah.
I think the payment plan is a good thing, but I also do think she has to decide whether she wants to like it's up to her ultimately whether she comes, for example, takes you up on like paying you back, which if it was me, I would do. But then it's hard because it's like you want her to be there, but you don't want her, you want her to be there because you love her and because she loves you, but you don't want her to like ever begrudge her owing you money for your wedding. So it's a very, very difficult dynamic.
It is. And also, like, we all understand, like, you are asking a lot of people, but then also I think once you start planning a wedding, you understand how much it's costing you.
It's hard as well with a bridesmaid because it's like, if you were just a random person, I wouldn't expect that of you.
This is the thing. In the beginning, in the dream world, she would have said...
That's what I mean. When you get the invite...
I know what comes with being a bridesmaid, and I want to do that for you, but at the same time, I don't know that I can
afford that. Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? Because I think like it does cost you money to go to a wedding, especially if you're a bridesmaid, because you do go on the hen.
Yeah.
And you are there for example, you're always there the night before, or like whatever. You are paying more.
But she would have. I think you can know that. I think the thing that would annoy me is that you've left it so late. That she's left it so late to be like, now I can't afford it. And it's like, well, why have you not said that 6 months ago when you knew the price?
Unless she's like gone
changed.
through something.
Yes.
That like has financially like impacted her, I guess.
We have this conversation all the time about like that thing of when you get to this age and you do start earning different amounts to all of your friends, that it's really weird at this stage in life because up until now you've probably all been on the same kind of like you were all at school, you had no money, you were all at uni, you had no money, you all got your first jobs, you kind of had no money. Then like by now people have like kind of like gone different paths, and so there can be this great disparity. It can come out in even the restaurants that you pick to go for dinner with your friends, and I know for a fact that it happens to many boys too, groups of friends where what ends up happening is that some people begrudge it, and then it's just like this really horrible dynamic, and there has to be a better way. First of all, we've got to stop avoiding talking about it. This whole thing of like,
money's uncomfortable.
You've got to talk about it because then everyone can get on a level to be like, I can't afford to go to that restaurant for your birthday. Do you mind if we go for a coffee, just me and you? I don't want to go to that really expensive restaurant. I don't have that kind of money. No problem. Let's do something. Like there's so many ways around it if you just talk about it.
Yeah, and if you have the awareness to be like, I know that this is going to cost you X, like especially with like a wedding or a birthday or like whatever you're asking of people, like I know that this is expensive, so like thank you for like, you know, I don't know. I think
it's hard because when you're the person who's earning more money, the only thing you can do is be aware.
Yes, exactly.
But if you're the person that's not earning more money, the only thing that you can do is communicate. So that's fine. You're never going to actually come to a compromise because there is no compromise.
Also, sometimes it's not even about earning money. It's about what you want to spend your money on. Like sometimes it genuinely is that thing. Because then also you can have it the other way around. Like I don't know what your friend does, but imagine you like see her then like out every weekend
going on South Street sale,
ASOS parcels or like whatever it is, and then you're like, okay, so you have got some money. Like it's where you want to spend your money, and then sometimes that's uncomfortable.
Hate that.
Because you just have to say, like you. I think sometimes as well we rely on that as an excuse. I don't think this is the situation here. I'm sure she wants to be your bridesmaid and be at the wedding, and I'm sure she's heartbroken that she like can't afford to be. But sometimes, like especially like a birthday dinner or like a extra hen if they're having 2 hens or like whatever, like you'll say, oh, it's just a bit expensive. There's a cop out.
Yes.
Sometimes that is a cop out, and like you use that as an excuse, and it's like, is that an excuse?
Yes.
Or do you not want to spend your money on that? So fine, it's your money. You get up in the morning and earn it.
Yeah.
Whether you're earning £5 an hour or £500,000 an hour, it doesn't matter. It's your money. So what you spend that money on, it's your prerogative. But you have to communicate that.
Yeah. It's hard. It's really, really difficult. Like
you just need to talk to her. It's the only way. You just need to like talk it out and see what she's comfortable with.
Also, it's really hard because normally, like in your normal day-to-day life, this shit doesn't crop up unless it is like a big life event. Like this is not going to affect your friendship. No. So that's why it always comes up birthdays and weddings, or like hen do's, baby shower, like big life events tend to bring up these kinds of conversations. And so I think as well, like if you can. Everyone knows that they like who that friend is going to be.
That's actually
mitigate
true
for that one person.
Yes, and talk about it before it even becomes a problem. Yeah. Hey, babe, I know that this is going to be a lot.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that?
Yes.
Can I help? Do you know what I mean?
If you don't want to do it, no problem. We'll just do something. Like pressure's off.
Yes.
But this is what I would really like to do.
Yeah.
Come, like I would love for you to come. If you don't want to be a part of it because you don't you want to spend that money, I completely understand. There's so many ways around it. You just have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And happy wedding.
Happy wedding.
Love a winter
Also,
wedding.
December wedding.
I really love it. I think it's so chic.
Okay, it's time for the galley gossip. It's time for the galley gossip. This is essentially, gossip mining, gossip maxing.
Why is everyone maxing all the time?
I don't know where that started from.
Who did that?
Babe, did you see the solar eclipse, by the way?
Yeah.
Did you actually see it?
Yeah.
Why didn't I see any pictures?
Did you see that thing on my eye? I don't know if I sent you the picture. I woke up like 3 days after the solar eclipse and I had this fucking red dot in my eye and I thought, oh my God, I've burnt my retina. I'm going to die. Anyway, I didn't die and I was fine. I think it was actually from where I put my contact in wrong. Not the solar eclipse. Yes, I saw the solar eclipse.
Was it amazing?
Yes. No, like you would have wanted to have been in like one of those places where it went completely dark. Like London, it wasn't the place to watch it and be like, wow, what a phenomena.
Right, okay.
To be honest.
Got it. Okay, we've got a voice note from a galley who has gone undercover to investigate the growing epidemic of men sharing nudes.
What? I don't know about this epidemic. I'm not getting any of these nudes. Why can't I be involved in this epidemic?
I don't know about this epidemic either.
That's something I would catch that. Why is that
I don't think you want to catch that, babe. There are people saying... That's why now on AirDrop you have to put the code in because too many men were sharing their unsolicited nudes.
I never got that.
You never got that?
Never. I know.
How sad.
Exactly.
First of all, love you girls. I am literally watching your episode now while I'm painting the living room and talking about nudes. You just said, how would somebody know if your ex-partner has ever showed them to anybody? Well, I've got an ex-friend because of what she did, which I'm about to say. She basically slept with her best friend's boyfriend and her best friend found out because said boyfriend received nudes from my ex-friend and sent them in his boys group chat. Now, in that boys group chat, one of them, thank fuck, had the decency to message the girlfriend, by the way, your boyfriend's just sent your friend's nudes, so he's cheating on you. And I just think, what a way to get caught out. So yeah, that's why she's my ex-friend, because she cannot be trusted. And that's what guys do with nudes. It wasn't even his girlfriend's nude, it was who he was cheating on his girlfriend with. So
got it.
There you go.
The audacity to not only send a picture of a nude into a group chat, but also a nude of someone that is not your girlfriend. And the problem is you're sending that thinking the boys won't mind, the boys won't say. Thank God for the rat.
Thank God.
Thank God for that little rat.
Thank God.
That just scurried away and told the girlfriend. Thank God.
That's gross, man.
I'm actually man. That is gross, man. That's gross, man. That is gross, man. That is gross, man. If ever I've heard of a gross man, that's a gross man. Gross man. I've heard about this too much, I've had a few stories like this, won't name and shame or where I was, but I was out and about, as I've been since you've been away, guys. It's actually been a problem. Al's been away and we were like vlogging. Every vlog I was drunk or hungover. It was so bad. I needed her back to keep me in check. It was really bad. And I was out and about, had a few wines, and I was speaking to someone.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yeah. You don't know about this.
This is
had
what
a whole life while you were
I hate
away.
about going away. Is I come back and I feel like you're a stranger. I literally don't know you.
I feel like I've done a lot. To be fair, I've been moving a bit mad, I would say.
I see that.
I see that clearly now. I've been a gross
Guys,
man.
Sorry, I have to tell you to just pause your story.
No, please.
I went to this 30th the other day and this girl came up to me and she was like, she was the sister of the girl whose birthday it was. And she came up to me, I was like, oh, hi. I said, I'm Ali. I haven't met you, la la. And she goes, oh, this is really embarrassing, but I actually know who you are because I work for a PR company that represents actors. And then she goes, oh, G is actually besties with one of my client's girlfriends. And I literally looked at her and I thought,
bestie?
The fuck?
Who the fuck?
She's going around telling people she's besties with someone. That's simply not right. Anyway, I've now uncovered that was not her words.
No, not my words.
Because, obviously there would be issues.
Those words were put in my mouth. I never put those words in my mouth.
But yeah, this shit happens.
This shit happens, especially when you're away.
I don't know. I see that now.
So anyway, I've been out, I've been about.
Right.
I've been talking to some girls.
Right.
I'm making friends. I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Anyway, she tells me about this girl who is a friend of hers. They're in a group, like a friendship group. And this girl has slept with one of the other friend's boyfriends whilst the friend is pregnant.
With that boy.
Yes. Her friend and her boyfriend happily having a baby, and she sleeps with him.
That does the friend know?
Yeah, they've all know now.
And she's still there together?
Oh, I don't know. She's fucking pregnant. It's awful.
That is awful.
This shit. You think this stuff is made up and then boom.
I don't think it's made up. I know this is it's happening on the streets. I know that.
It's on the streets.
It's not even on the streets. It's in the
This is the problem. Actually, we're a bit safer on the streets.
I agree.
Everyone on the streets is actually quite morally coded. It's everyone that came off the streets and are like, oh, the streets look nice. Let me behave like I'm on the streets in a house. You're not on the streets.
I agree.
So you can't behave like you're on the streets when you're in a house.
And I've been thinking about that girl whose boyfriend wanted a threesome. He wants to be single. I've been thinking about that a lot. Actually,
she's not gay.
Because I approved the pod last week, obviously, as I do every week. And I was really thinking about that girl and I was like, that's not right. He wants to be single and he's using you as a vessel to get with another girl. It's fucking bullshit. Sorry.
Amen. And you can't hide that shit as a kink because that is kink shaming. That is wearing...
It's not kink shaming.
It's wearing culture as costume.
It's
okay? And we do not approve of that.
Thank you. That is actually cultural appropriation to people that actually want threesomes.
Exactly. And that go out of their way to live that life.
I agree.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we put the world to rights.
Amen.
If you want to get involved in next week's Galley Gossip, send us a DM on Insta or drop us a comment on YouTube or Spotify to be featured. By the way, I really love the Spotify comments.
Slay.
I don't
look at them.
I read them. I think they're brilliant.
I had loads of DMs last week about people wanting to voice note in, so I'm hoping that you have done that and voice noted Leave a Message pod. Anyway, please let us know what you loved or hated in this app by commenting on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you are listening. And if you've got a story or dilemma that only we can help you with, then please send a voice note to our WhatsApp on 07342 617792.
Or you can click the link in the episode description. You can also send us an email at hello@leaveamessagepod.com. Bye!
Love